Alright, breaking a silence which has lasted since September of 2023. Led Zeppelin has made a couple of official announcements, but don't get too excited. Now, one of the announcements is that the band is going to release a, quote, new live EP in September. However, the EP is not actually new. It contains 4 live recordings that were previously released on the band's 2003 DVD box set. And here's the track list. In My Time of Dying from Earl's Court, Trampled Underfoot from Earl's Court, Sick Again from Nebworth, and Kashmir from Nebworth. And the live performances, again, were originally released on the 2003 Led Zeppelin DVD. There's also a re-release due of the 2015 remaster of Physical Graffiti, which will now include a new promotional poster. Both Physical Graffiti and the EP of the live material will be released on September 12th. Now, why is this noteworthy at all? Well, particularly because it's not noteworthy, and this continues the trend that's been going on with Led Zeppelin for a long time now, which is nothing interesting is released, no interesting news is put out there, nothing is actually going on with Led Zeppelin, and I don't think anything ever will be. Of course, teases keep circulating around, rumors keep circulating, and there are supposedly big things brewing. Of course, the Becoming Led Zeppelin documentary was released to muted fanfare and has kind of mixed reviews. There's really just not a lot going on in the land of Led Zeppelin, and there are a few reasons for this. I think one of them is they've already dug up everything that's interesting that all of the surviving members and their heirs can agree on to have released. 2, there's not as much demand for Led Zeppelin material as you might think. So therefore, if something's going to be put out, it's going to have to be something that's cost effective. And at this point, the fans for Led Zeppelin, although numerous, can rightly be considered a niche. And the third reason is that if there is going to be a big release of something in the future, they're probably holding back archived material or stray tracks from here and there, or photos or footage, something interesting, nice treasures that they can put out with whatever the big surprise is they keep threatening to unleash on the public. Now, what might that big event or surprise be? Because we know what it won't be. It won't be a reunion live performance, so that means it could be something like previously unreleased live show or a compilation of live performances with really good sound quality that have been digitally re-enhanced. It could be a biopic, or heaven forbid, it could be avatars. And I think that most likely it's going to be some restored audio using the new digital technologies to clean up what would have otherwise been unsalvageable tracks from the studio or from live performances. And I think that there is very little chance that there will be new Led Zeppelin material released, even compilations of old tracks from Led Zeppelin that use AI to flesh things out. I don't think that the band members would allow that to happen. So I think what we'll probably see are some cleaned up, previously unreleased tracks. Now, as far as a biopic goes, I'm sure there's a lot of talks going on in that direction, and maybe there will be one. If anybody out there has any information about something in this direction that's going on right now, go ahead and drop it in the comments and let us all know. Personally, I think that the less Led Zeppelin does at this point, the better, because they're one of the few bands that haven't tried to wring every single penny out of their name, and it actually makes them seem to be a cut above the other bands that have sold themselves out to the highest bidder. At some point, we'll see Led Zeppelin sell off their catalog, and I expect we'll see a pretty big number that goes with that. This is what I think, but what really matters is what you think. So if you have an idea about this or any other topic connected to classic or contemporary music, please drop it in the section below. And remember to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Music Guru here, asking you to help us on our march to 10,000 subscribers.